Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish and welcome to the Artist Haven. In tonight's live stream, it is Friday night color palette challenge. And you know what? You get just me. It is Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody's gathering with family and friends, and my family is all over the world. And so this is the best way for me to gather with y'all. And Michael will be joining us shortly. He had to reboot his Mac. So he will be joining us as well. And we can just have a conversation while I art using this color palette. So we've got a dark purple, a dark red, kind of orangey pink kind of color. More orange than pink. And then a pink, well, more of a salmon, and black. Or I would say it's pretty much black, but you could go with a really dark gray to stay within the means of this color palette. Pomegranates happen to be one of my favorite fruit. So when I saw this, and this palette is actually from Sarah Renee Clark, who is an awesome Aussie that I actually have gotten to meet a couple of times and is just a really kind soul. So she has a color palette box. If I can find the link for y'all, I'll put it in the description below. Non-affiliate, not associated, but got to help out all the artists, you know? So, let's see. Let's take whoop-a-doopa. Push the right button, Tish. You see? My computer's like, no! It's Jelly Duck! And Janice is here. So, I'm going to bring this up on my phone so I can see the comments as they come. Maybe. Hold on. I apologize for this. Usually I'm a little bit more put together, but I was jamming to some music and getting stuff ready for the live stream. So let's make sure that's turned down. And this way I need to get a better holder for this because I don't want to get paint on it. But for the colors, so we had a dark purple, which Doc's same purple. A dark red, which I'm going to use the Bordeaux red. Kind of orangey color, and this is quinacridone burnt orange, so we're going to use that. And then, yes, people, I have pink. It's light pink from Liquitex Basics. And then for the black, I've got this bone black. I also thought I would throw in a little bit of iridescent silver and some iridescent graphite as well. So we've got all these colors, and we're going to use them on the jelly plate in honor of Jelly Duck. So let's see. This I need to finish one little snippet, and then maybe my hands don't want to squeeze these. This is my third set. So let's see. That looks really, really big. That's what she said. So let's got one more piece to glue. So on the envelope part where it's sticky, I'm putting a piece of cardstock so it's not sticky. Like if it ever gets damp, we don't use the M word around here. If it ever gets damp, then we can not have to worry about it getting stuck to stuff. And also I've made kind of tuck spots with them for the book, because that's what we'll be making out of these, is another book. And hang on, I will show you what we're going for here. I think I still have it in here. I have been cleaning, guys. I am on a new desk. It doesn't wobble. It's like, yay! I'm so happy. Thank you. Cheap internet deal. because I was going to buy one a long time ago, but they're so expensive. It's like, what the deuce? So it looks like Helen has joined us. Hello, Helen. Yes, many hugs to you. We missed you too, Helen. I'm grateful that you are feeling better. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets to make a book. And I don't think I have it in here. I think it's in the other room. Which is fine. If you want to see what I make, then you can go to Thursdays or Wednesdays. We don't go live on Thursdays anymore. You can go to Wednesday's live stream. Oh, I swallowed that wrong. I need my buttons. I think I'm just going to set up my laptop for live streaming because it's got balls enough to. Okay, so I'm going to take out the jelly plate. Gel press, gel printing plate. I have so much fun with these guys, like for real. So this is just a piece of dollar store foam core, and I just press my plate down to that so it stays in place while I'm doing the rollout. And I just put these covers back on them, and I put them back in their clamshell as well. These are an investment. I think this one on Amazon is like $30. So to me, that's expensive. I mean, but I have used the heck out of this in the short time I've had it. So we're only going to do 1 set this way with this color palette. But I wanted to make up a bunch, so I had them. So they started off as just a regular envelope, just like this. This is just a craft envelope for card making. And I've got some... I really like the look of the craft envelope with black. So I've got some black index cards. I've got some little ones and some big ones. And we'll be off doing it. That's what she said. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, I got a new desk. It's got this little, you can kind of see here, it's got a wood top. It's got grooves in it. So thankfully I have a silicone mat that I can put down if I need to. But I mostly work on pieces of foam core like this, just because when I'm done, I can lift it up and take it away. And I do have, this is contractor paper. It's just a craft paper. I get it at Home Depot or Menards. I was going to say Home Depot, but I don't shop at Home Depot. I'm not bougie enough for that. So I'm going to start with the dark colors tonight first. So, and then we'll come back with them too. But I don't know, for some reason, I haven't worked with dioxazine purple in what feels like forever. So, I'm just going to off-cast that. And put it up over here. Let's see. Well, this is the problem. Oop. With doing what I did is all my stuff is put away. Oh, I think that might be Michael. So we're going to take some bubble wrap just to give it some texture. There we go. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Tish.
How you doing?
I am me. I am.
Yeah, you.
As I often like to say from one of my favorite movies, Wyatt, I am rolling.
Okie dokie.
Which, if you're not for sure what movie that is, let me know. I'll put it in the chat. If you know, well, please put it in the chat. But hello to everyone. Thank you. This is Michael from Maximum Trek, and I'm hanging out with Tish here on a Friday night, November 25th, 2022. Welcome.
Stardate.
Stardate 997.4321. Hut hut hike.
Something like that. Oh, that's a dog ankle.
Something like that. Yeehaw. Here, let me give the official.
Oh, Mr. El Jefe is here. Hello, Jeff.
Greetings, Jeff. Buenos noches.
Buenos tacos.
Tacos are always good, anytime. Morning, noon, night.
Yep.
Salutations and felicitations. Yeah, I had some technical issues. I had to reboot. Let me take a look and see what else I need to do here. Give me one moment. I will be right back.
Okay. You want to set me full screen?
Mm-hmm.
Please. If you're not going to see.
I won't be long.
Okay. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. That's kind of cool too. So some of the silver from last time is pulling through. So that turned out really cool. Yay, me! Let's see. Let's go red and orange next. I think. I was going to order more of this Bordeaux red, and Amazon was already out of it. They just got it in stock like literally a week ago. I'm like, ooh, I put it in my cart, and I'm like, oh, I got to go Christmas shopping first and see if I have any money left over after that. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I went to go order it for this, come up this next week, and yep, it's already gone. Snooze, you lose.
Stuff like that happens quickly sometimes, yeah, and it's tough. And sometimes you're wanting to kind of try to find it at the right price and, not purchase too soon.
Right.
But, yeah, sometimes you kind of wait and then it's all gone.
Well, I tried to keep my gift because I had budgeted so much money for Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kept art supplies separate from holiday gifts. So this is going to be cool too. All right.
Well, before we get too far along, let me go ahead and give a shout out to those in the chat tonight that are joining us here for a Friday evening. Jelly Duck 100. Hey.
Jelly Duck.
Hello.
He is an OG-er. He's been around forever.
Absolutely. Says meow. Thank you.
Like Jelly Duck.
Good to see you, Jelly Duck. Glad you're here. And someone that we have not seen in quite some time, that's Helen. Aloha. So glad you're with us. Sending hugs out to Helen. She's been
a wee bit under the weather.
Taking care of herself. So we're sending positive vibes to you. Janice Pittman. Hello, Janice. Just Janice. Welcome, welcome. And like we said before, Jeff is there. El Jefe Reviews. Welcome, welcome.
I am grateful that he stopped by and say hello.
Absolutely. No, we've been having all kinds of fun for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did a video conference through StreamYard with my family.
That was interesting.
It was 3 generations. We made it happen.
Yep. Ye had little faith. Not you. Someone else in the family.
No, but we made it happen. Yeah, yep. It worked out. Worked out great. And I hope everyone else has had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and that if you celebrate, that you gave thanks.
You know, I everybody's, they have an attitude of gratitude on Thanksgiving. I'm like, you should have an attitude of gratitude every day. Every day should be Thanksgiving. Although you shouldn't eat like that every day.
Well, I think it's good for families to come together at least once during the year to be able to have that time together. And I think, all kinds of different areas of the world will celebrate at different times, and that's what's important. So at least, having a set time where people get together and spend that time. But of course, I mean, you want to give thanks every day. You want to be blessed. You want to say, hey, I'm a blessed person. And there's always going to be those challenges each and every day that we have to deal with the everyday occurrences. But give thanks, and definitely take the time to thank those around you and tell them how much that you appreciate them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Janice says it sounds like fun. Janice, it was fun. I tell you what, when you get family together and someone brings up something and then someone else has to chime in, and you're like, I may pull the plug on this thing if it gets too out of hand. But everything went well. So we had a nice get together, and we've talked about doing it again. So
yeah, it went by really well.
We live in a great time where we have the ability with technology now that we can do things like this. And, just like what Jeff was talking about, he's been able to answer questions throughout the whole day to help people out with sales. I mean, you guys work the environment of helping people create. So there's all kinds of connections that we can make with people in this day and age. So that, don't limit us to the fact that, if we can't be with someone, we can get together with someone electronically.
Absolutely.
Helen says, I
like that.
Any different for us, but this year I don't know how my kids were raised. If you were disappointed, but we had a blast. Okay, cool. Janice says our 4-year-old reads to us from her house before she goes to bed.
Aw.
Awesome.
That's so sweet. I mean, I'm in no rush to be a grandma. I'm too young to be a grandma. I'll be a grandma when I'm 80. That's good now.
Well, you hang in there, Tish. Yeah, you're making all the decisions on that one. So, absolutely.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Hey, a girl can hope.
Yeah, definitely. And Black Friday sales going strong, even though they've started, I think, the day after Halloween. But,
I think they started in July. Actually, some of them, it's like, what?
I remember whenever the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin with peanuts,
Yeah.
and you had that for Halloween, and within that, Charles Schultz brought about the plain fact that when they went to look for Halloween costumes, and the Christmas stuff was already out, and that was like a huge joke, and now it's not a joke anymore. It's come to pass. So who knew?
Right.
Charles Schultz was a soothsayer.
Charles Schultz was amazing. And if you use a Minnesotan.
Mm-hmm. Longtime animator.
Cool dude. He was a righteous dude. Sorry. Having a moment.
So this is the time for Christmas movies. A lot of classics that are out there. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations, always a favorite. A lot of people love Will Ferrell and Elf. And keep in mind The Christmas Story with Ralphie.
The new one is coming out.
It's already out.
Is it already out?
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers, HBO Max. Yeah, you can watch it now.
That's cool.
Yeah, Peter Billingsley. Of course, my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
That's an action movie, not a Christmas movie.
Oh, that's the age-old argument that everybody has.
I know.
It's whether it's, it could be whatever you want it to be.
It is what it is.
Christmas movie, it's an action movie, it's a love story.
It is what it is.
It's a, it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber has been thrown from the Nakatomi Tower. So.
Yep. Let's see.
Jenny says that her and Steve started the new movie last night has the original cast. Okay. Helen says that if it has a Christmas tree or Christmas lights within the movie, it counts.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to look at it that way. Here's another movie within the genre of action movies that was centered around Christmas time, and that's the first Lethal Weapon movie. It's Christmas time, and Bobby Helms' Jingle Bell Rock, I think, is in the very beginning of the movie. There's a lot of the classic ones too. Miracle on 34th Street. It's a Wonderful Life. All the claymation stuff.
Yeah, Rudolph and
Santa Claus is coming to town.
And Frosty Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday!
All the stop motion clay animation stuff is really classic stuff. See, Janice agrees. Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, definitely Christmas movies. Yes. Absolutely. Hallmark Channel's got Christmas movies galore, nonstop. So,
I don't think they
There-
stop
there's
even when it's not
there's
Christmas.
another source. Oh, they take different holidays and spin them all year long.
Right.
4th of July, Hallmark will use anything to make a movie.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. I have to agree with that. Sadly,
Hallmark makes some pretty cool ornaments for Christmas. Hallmark keepsake ornaments. We should do that on the Artist Haven. Takes your Hallmark keepsake ornaments and paint some of them.
no, I don't think we want to do that because they're kind of collectors, aren't they?
Some of them are, yeah. Yeah, but sometimes if you get some that, like at the end of the season, they have them for about half price. Get some, jazz them up a little bit.
Or just cover them up in general because, yeah. Let's see.
That's cool, Helen. Helen's got the USS Enterprise to make some noise. That's awesome. Those are cool ornaments.
I've got a TARDIS that lights up and makes noise.
TARDIS, that's cool.
Oops, a daisy. I don't want that out there. How'd you get it? Oh, it's because it fell in the garbage. That's fine. That's okay. Let's leave that.
A lot of movies at the theaters released during Christmas time. Not necessarily Christmas movies, but just the Christmas seasons when movies get released. And I haven't really seen anything that looked all that outstanding.
There was one that I saw that I wanted to see, but I don't have to see it in the movie theater. I can wait till it comes to streaming. But now they're starting to charge you like you are going to the movie theater, which is really kind of dumb. But oh well.
Well, first run movies, and you can rent them at home, and I get that. But I think sometimes, I think they've released the new Avatar movie.
Yeah, I didn't see the first one. Yeah, I hate
And
to be a
then
party
let's see,
pooper,
what's another one that? The Black Panther, the new Black Panther movie's been out for a while. It's been doing really good at the theater.
What's the one with Pierce Brosnan? Is that Black Panther?
That one is DC Comics. So that's with Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam.
That's what it is, Black Adam.
Yeah. So, Pierce Brosnan is one of the characters from that movie.
Yeah, I remember him being on the Today Show or Good Morning America or something like that.
Now, there's a movie with Daniel Craig where he plays an investigative detective. The first movie was called Knives Out, which is really a great movie.
That's a really funny movie.
Outstanding. Very well done. So they've done a second one. And I think it's going to be at the theaters, but I know that Netflix is behind it. So I think this is one of the first movies that Netflix has actually done and released at the theater. And then I think it's eventually going to hit upon Netflix streaming. But that would be one that I'd like to see because I really liked the first one.
Yeah, the first one was funny. I think we're almost done. I gotta make sure I got all the stuff made that I wanted to make.
Jenny said her and Steve watched Black Adam. Pierce Brosnan, definitely the star of it. Okay. Pierce is the star of it. Okay.
She must have a thing for Remington Steel. I had the hardest time when he was on the what's the name of that
Doing James Bond.
doing James Bond. I could not get Remington Steele out of my head. I feel really awful about it, but it's very true, and I just it was still too fresh in my head because my mom would watch that show. So
Yeah, I mean, Remington Steele was an awesome show with Stephanie Zimbalist and him. And I think he's a great actor. He did very well with the character of Bond in his own way. Just the tough thing of it was is the writing started getting really kind of goofy at the time because they kept seeming to try to up the ante on stuff that had already been done, and it was at a time when they started trying to work CGI in, and CGI really hadn't gotten real refined. It was in its fledgling stages, so it just some of the stuff was not
as good as it could be.
Just goofy, yeah. And I think when they did the best is when they actually did more spy Cold War type of stuff and not try to get into gadgets and special effects and so on and so forth. But everything within, if you're talking about Hollywood, if you're talking about any of the medias that are out there, they look at what everyone else is doing. And if there's these movies that are being done with special effects and the action is involving around some type of CGI, they feel like, oh, well, we have to do that.
Well, watch your own bobber.
Well, I mean, tread your own path and do your own thing.
Right.
But matter of fact, during the Roger Moore era, they did that. Whenever Moonraker came out, it was basically you had Star Wars got released in 1977. Everybody started jumping on the bandwagon of doing things within the sci-fi genre. We saw Star Trek: The Motion Picture come out in '79, and so they decided to go ahead and do a James Bond movie that was in space and use space shuttles and so on and so forth. So.
Okay, this is the front. I want to do something a little bit different than that. Let's bring out red, orange. Goodness. Forgot to turn off my notifications on my laptop. Still haven't quite figured out how to do that yet, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I don't know why I did that. That was kind of stupid of me to do, but that's okay.
Like a little dab will do you.
Yeah. It's just, I forget. I'm used to working on my big 12 by 12, and you need a lot more paint for that. And this one, you don't need as much paint. So. Let's see. This one's done. Yeah. All right. don't want it too dark. So let's see. This is the front cover. This way. Okay. Get this nice and pressed on here. All right. I think I'm going to clear off my board and we'll call it a night.
Okay.
And then Sunday, Wednesday, I'll make this into a book. But I wanted to make sure I had. Let's see how this looks first, though. I should not toot my horn too quickly. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
That's the front cover.
Okay.
And then that's the inside. And then this will be tucked inside here.
Right.
And be the back cover. So we've got those two. And then this is the insert for the inside. So
awesome.
So let's actually do one. Just clear off this board a little bit. Let's put a little bit of silver down just to give it a little bit of shimmer.
Okay.
A little bit. Then just press the whole blooming thing down. All right. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I got jackpot right there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just press that so it stays. There we go. Yeah. I'm grateful I did that. Yay!
All right.
That looked really cool. So,
fantastic. So,
I'm just going to try and. I'm probably going to keep going, but I'm going to do a different color palette. So, all right.
So I was checking out a few other Christmas movies that are available. Oh my goodness. Can't believe I forgot Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
How could you forget that?
Great movie. Of course, all the other stuff out there is pretty much like, the silly movies that Office Christmas Party and that kind of genre of stuff. I tell you a movie that I love, and I saw this not too long ago, and it's a really dark Christmas movie. It's called Krampus.
Oh yeah, that's like a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah, mixing the genres right there.
Yeah, I've seen the previews for it. I've never sat down and watched the whole thing though. But all right. So join us on Wednesday night, and you'll get to see what I do with these envelopes that we created using the color palette. So again, this will be the back cover. And although I might make that the front cover somehow, or maybe I'll have to figure that out. And this will be the front cover. And that's the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then this will be the little flip. So you open it up and you see this treasure right here. Oh, I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. So those are the three pieces. And then I got some cards to make pockets with. Mm-hmm. Just some, that doesn't have anything on the back. But this is my offcast. So I started doing offcasting on index cards just to kind of have some extra bits to use inside of them, and other things, other collages and stuff. So because I want to use them up, so I get rid of them. So anywho, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. We're so thankful for you hanging out with us every Wednesday and Friday. Thank you so much. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.
Love and joy, giving hugs out. Have a great weekend.